Hello there, friend. Welcome to Start Early Today, your daily dose of positivity, your mindfulness AM radio, where I share to you insightful prompts as gateways to peace, balance, and your overall sanity. And I'd like to share how easy it is to get into peace and return to your center and be undisturbed by your external world. As we always talk about here, is everything is just inside your head. So once you know the principle of how the mind works, you'll easily can manage your anxiety and avoid panic attacks and to not be afraid of anything. Allowing things to be, sitting still, becoming mindful in every action, in every interaction that you encounter or you choose to encounter. So what's going on, friend? How's life been? How's your relationship with yourself? Have you been too judgmental? Have you been really mindful in your day-to-day? That's the first thing to know and realize that when you get into that state of judging and really holding on to a strong opinion, that's the time you step back. Take a step back. Take a deep breath in and watch yourself. Watch what gives you the right to have that opinion. Or watch and investigate, why are you behaving like this? Why are your choices as such? So having this skill of really taking a step back moment to moment and keeping an open mind for uncertainty or the things that you are not used to that may go against your preference or beliefs, and holding your center within the presence of that which that goes against you, that is where your true freedom lies. I'd like to share to you my tool recently that I've been practicing, which is go to center and then above. First, go to center, or I'd rather say both sides of the party, the two sides of the coin. Become the center. Become both of them. Balance yourself in the existence of both. And once you find that center, you can take another deep breath in and rise above it even more. So the place you're trying to aim at always is the center and then above. Through deep breaths, above all opinions, above all preferences, above clinging. Do not cling to the positive and the negative emotions or moments, for they're all fleeting. That has been our theme for this week. The prompts in our newsletter were non-attachment, gratitude, impermanence, and there are two other ones. Feel free to go to Make Pure Thy Heart at substack.com for the other two, but the whole it's just 5 ways of saying things, but it just basically just one. It just means one thing. It just depends on what works for you best. Once you get the core and the gist and the meaning of it, it's up to you how you will use it in your day-to-day. Basically, it's just not being too clingy, not being too attached, not being stuck, cultivating a growth mindset, opening space for miracles, visualizing what your ideal life would be, and choose to live that moment to moment, and giving importance to the feeling rather than the thinking and doing. I came across an article which says it's better to use the hands. It's better to use the heart and the hunch rather than the head and the hands. See, so it's more of the heart than the mind, but they work hand in hand. They go well together. Okay, they're all one. It's connected by your vagus nerve. It connects the mind to the heart, to your autonomic nervous system, and become one at all things. Become so centered and dropped in and undisturbed that you get to connect to all of existence, all of the earth, okay? All the intelligence of the trees and all of the love and compassion of all animals, and the intelligence of the galaxy. And we are all one human. Imagine and expand your mind to see that we're all just one cell. We're a single-celled organism. We're just one cell of a bigger organism that is dancing and doing its natural, its nature, its naturalness, which is life of itself, and we cannot put into words. Alan Watts tried to put it into words. That's his art, and I'm having fun and having so much delight in putting heaven on earth into words. Oh, we may try, poets try, artists try through music, but it barely scratches the surface. It is merely a flake of the ice in the iceberg, okay? So we're barely scratching the surface here, because to truly see truth and the love of God, it cannot be contained in our human lifetime. We're only here to learn a little bit, a little tidbit, to open up the heart a bit, to learn quitting alcohol, or to learn to love yourself, or to learn to make yourself strong. And compared to the grandness of the whole thing, and to know the littleness of our existence, is really humbling and liberating. So stay humble. Your life, it may appear so as big at times, but nothing really matters, friend. In stillness and in moments of silence, you get to realize that you are just a man or a woman sitting in the universe, and you're breathing, and you're able to sip coffee, and you're able to walk and lay down. That's mostly our lives, according to the Zen koans, and according to Byron Katie. Most of our lives are just sitting, laying down, walking, and all the other stuff are just in our heads. So it's all in your head, friend, and what you choose to think of, or what you choose to engage yourself in, is up to you. So thoughts pop up choicelessly. It's not up to you. Thoughts pop up. That's the nature of your mind. But this is where your responsibility and duty lies. What you choose to think of. If you engage in beautiful thoughts, you get a beautiful life. If you think of bad thoughts, meaning you pick it like the same way you pick clothes from a clothing store. Okay? So once again, empower yourself and know, this is accountability and responsibility. Know that it is up to you what you choose to think of. And it will end up becoming your day. It will end up becoming your relationships. It will end up becoming your lifestyle and your legacy. It all starts with your thinking. This is a very good differentiation I learned from the book Do Not Believe Everything You Think, because not all thoughts are real. Okay? David Nguyen, but they say it Wen. They say it as Wen. What do you think? It's spelled as Nguyen. And when I went to Vietnam, it says it is pronounced as Nguyen. But I don't know. Words, as we said, words are flimsy and flexible and malleable, and they change through time. Just like the word awful. Did you know that it used to mean awesome? Awe and full of awe. You get it? And now it just turned into a bad connotation. So don't get wrapped up in words. Get to the core and the feeling of things rather than its technicality. Be moderate in your thinking. Same with all other vices. Thinking can get addictive and you'll tend to overheat, and it will affect your whole body and your life. So there's your physical body, there's your subtle body, your emotional body, and your mental body. Get out of the head. Get out of the head by inhabiting the whole of your body through the tools that we discuss in the podcast, like taking a deep breath, okay, rolling the shoulders, doing some yoga, eating some avocados and blueberries. Take a shot of wheatgrass or ginger. I have a new bottle of flaxseed oil, which I'm loving very much. I take a shot of that the first thing in the morning. I don't know, I gotta look up into it if that's good. I think it's good. And have some lemon water instead of coffee. Where are we? So yeah, happy Sunday. Have an early morning system to practice daily. Okay? Early mornings are the best for priming your mindset towards the day ahead. Making each day a success will get you closer, faster to your desired outcome. So your morning starts the evening before. So plan it in your head before you go to bed. Take a moment to do some affirmations, visualizations. Imagine your perfect day at the beach or your perfect day at work, at the park, driving your automobile, doing tasks. Tasks can be one of joy and beauty. It is how you carry yourself as you do your task. Tasks are gifts, okay? So take the trash out without war in the heart and wash the dishes mindfully, one dish at a time. Lather it with your favorite organic, B Corp certified vegan soaps and detergent. Okay? So you can start your day with silence. Observe profound insights that you may discover through silence. Make it deliberate. Just 3 minutes of this will have a profound effect. Your mind is a receptor if tuned into the divine. It will receive signals from the Akasha, divine intelligence. Imagine the mind like still water with the sediment settling at the bottom as you keep it undisturbed. This is a quote from Mother Teresa. Then you will know that you are nothing. It is only when you realize your nothingness, your emptiness, that God can fill you with Himself. So drop your story from time to time. Okay, friend? Let it go. Your identity. You're so... Sometimes, I too is a victim of this. We get wrapped up in our identity. Like I should be this and I should that. They should be like this to me and I should be this and that. That limits you from the whole great power of the Tao. And that limits you from all of the possibilities of what could be for you today, because you're keeping the doors closed with the shoulds and shouldn't. Although it helps to be directed and clear in our purpose, but too much of one thing is never good, okay? So try to be open, try to be deliberate in practice and in efforts for a block of time. This I find really effective. This is from Cal Newport's Deep Work. Do deep work for an hour, okay? That's why we have the Pomodoro, that tomato clock. So time yourself for 20 minutes. Be an artist for 20 minutes. Go paint, okay? For 20 minutes, time it. But if you're all just wrapped up in your head on how you should be and on how you're going to paint, there will be no execution, no expression. So I say set that timer and dedicate and dive into it and let go and stop after the dedicated time. Number 2, affirmations. So we're discussing the early morning practice of Hal Elrod, which at first silence, which opens you up to endless possibilities. And the next one is affirmations, where you affirm your goal and commitment. You get to review your mission, vision here on earth, and ask yourself why it's necessary that you achieve this and what it means for you. Ask yourself why. Why are you going for this? Because once you're equipped with your why, power and energy can be untapped, the limitless power and effort, because you're coming out of love. Like the Father in you is working through you. Okay? The adrenals are working, you're high, you're in flow, as we may say, Focus on the actions it will take to fulfill your affirmations. Okay? So affirmations by itself and imagination on itself and cultivating that feeling in itself will lead to natural, inspired action. Okay? Focus on the feeling. Never do anything grudgingly or complainingly that I gotta do this. It only takes a slight flick in the brain to switch it from I gotta do this to I get to do this. See the difference there? You get to do this is a gift and an honor and a privilege and a luxury and a gift. And I got to do this is you do it with murmurs and complaints and squabble. Okay? I gotta do this. Cut that out, friend. Stand up, puff your chest out, pull your shoulders back, and become an honorable human. You are divine and supreme as you are. And you get to pick your activities on how you will serve. That is best aligned with your highest purpose and your highest spirit. And the real duty is really digging into your soul. Dig inside your soul, have a conversation with God and the higher spirit. Go to a place where you can find solitude, maybe an altar, maybe your garden, maybe the nearest park where you're excusez-moi, apart from all external inputs. The only input you're focusing on is the input of divine intelligence that will enter from your crown chakra. Okay? Your crown chakra, or it can be a whisper from the side of your ear, a hunch, a hit that when it comes to you, you feel exhilarated. Oftentimes when this feeling comes, we automatically shun it down. Why is this? It's because of your intellect. It intercepts. It says phrases such as, this won't work, this won't make money, this is a waste of your time. cut that out. Okay? Act immediately once you feel inspired, because that's not the end of it. The main goal, or the main essence and meaning of life, is to do the thing as you're doing it. To be fully engaged in the thing that you like doing as you're doing it. Not doing it for its own sake. And to not do it, to be it. Okay? You're not doing dishes. You are being an agent of order and cleanliness and orderliness that serves your higher purpose of a self that has high standards. Okay? So if you expand your mind and the way you see things in a broader perspective, the little things become the big things. And our lives are made up of these small minutes that comes with small tasks. Like tidying yourself up, clipping your toenails, flossing, and making your bed. And then it extends to tidying up your surroundings, your household. And then it expands to the way you relate to your household members, your community, your work. Okay? But how you do the little things is how you do the big things. So how you do something is how you do everything. So do everything with a wholehearted, godly, mindful devotion. Shout out to Devotion USA Coffee. They really had good cafe au lait. I think that's it for today. We discussed a lot here. Affirmation, visualization, exercise, read, and scribe are the rest of the 3 early morning practices by Hal Elrod that you can deploy. If you find value in these conversations with self, feel free to share it. Check out startearlytoday.com for content and for my newsletter, makepuretheyheart.substack. Follow me on Instagram at makepuretheyheart.com. And for vegan food ideas, makepuretheyheart.com as well. It's just make pure thy heart. It can be your mantra too. Because if you make pure the heart, all shall be well. No stain in the heart. Clean it up. And it can be cleaned by just a slight shift in thinking and perception. That all is good. Nothing is ever really wrong. Everything's just in process. Everything is just in an interesting place. Each present moment is just an interesting place. It's never an end of anything. It is never a cat is just passing by. Oh, what are you doing, curious cat? Be like the cat. Think less, be more. Okay? Start early today. Prime yourself for success. You're positioned. You're destined. It is your divine heritage. Okay? I think that's it for today. Have a great Sunday. Sign up to the newsletter. Namaste.